Welcome to Trading Nation. Let's talk momentum stocks because there's another ETF out there you may not have heard of, the MTUM Momentum ETF, up nearly 3% this year. Some of the ETF's biggest holdings include JP Morgan, Apple, Microsoft, Boeing, and Bank of America. Should you keep betting on momentum names and this ETF? Ari Wald, Boris Schlossberg, your Trading Nation team. Or you say that investors should look at these momentum stocks when times get tough. Why?
We are advocates of a long-term momentum strategy, Brian. It's been one of the better performing strategies and factors and styles over the last 30 years. And as long as the technicals agree, we think essentially every market pullback is your chance to buy momentum. That's usually our first go-to. And this pullback is no exception. If you look at the iShares Momentum ETF, first off, all this ETF does, it's rebalanced twice a year, simply puts in stocks with the best risk-adjusted return over the last 6 and 12 months, your leadership stocks. While it has pulled back with the market through the course of the last recent weeks, it's down about 10% from its high. It's actually ticked higher relative to the market versus the market. It's held up better. We see that as a sign of relative strength. We see it as a sign that this is a pullback you want to buy. If you look specifically at the constituents and what makes it up, right now, sector-wise, the top three groups are technology, financials, and industrials. They're also three of our favorite sectors. One group that sticks out here are the financials, and one name in particular, Bank of America. We think this is a stock that should do well, as sector as a whole should do well, as rates continue to move higher here. And looking at the chart of BAC, it really stands out to us. It's coming off a new high, really not showing any signs of topping, correcting into a rising 200-day moving average, which we define as a pullback to buy. So it's been leadership on the way up, holding up better on the way down. Really nice setup how we see it. We're buyers of Bank of America.
Buyers of Bank of America. Okay, Boris, do you like this ETF? Do you like Bank of America? Do you like any of the names we mentioned? Do you like anything?
Well, I kind of like what Ari had to say in the short term. I think if there is a bounce, MTEM is probably a really good trade for the bounce. But I think it's a very dangerous trade at this point long term because I think buy the dip has now changed to sell the rally. We're in a regime change, in my opinion, as far as the market goes. And until we take out fresh highs and proven otherwise, I believe the much better trade now is to sell the rally. So I'm very cautious about trying to buy momentum. I think it's much better trade to sell momentum into any kind of a rally that we have now, barring the fact that if we don't break fresh highs off of it, because we're in a very different environment now. Interest rates are ticking up. Central banks are tightening monetary policy. And the one big rescue that all the bulls are looking for, which is phenomenal U.S. growth, still is not there. And until it shows up, I'm going to be a seller, not a buyer at this point.
Okay, there you go. Said that, but we are watching BAC, Bank of America. Ari and Boris, thank you both very much. And folks, as always, thank you for tuning in to Trading Nation.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.